What is good? It is your boy Chimezie, and we're back at it again with another album reaction review. And today we have a new Mac Miller album titled Circles. This is his first album that he's dropped, or that his estate has dropped since he passed away in 2018. So it's a very weird feeling. It's a very weird feeling hearing music from an artist that I really like, that I was a pretty big fan of since probably watching movies with the sound off, Faces. He's dropped so many fantastic projects, so I'm happy to hear new music, of course, obviously, but also it's just a very eerie feeling knowing that I'm hearing music from him while he's not here, not directly coming from him. But you know, I still wanted to give a reaction, give an honest review, of course. This is a follow-up, or from what I heard, from what I read, it's supposed to be a follow-up, sort of companion to Swimming, the album that he dropped also in 2018. And I wasn't the biggest fan of Swimming. I did like you know, the jazzy elements. 2009 for me is probably Mac Miller's best song of all time. That song is so good, but also so hard to listen to. But yeah, I did listen to Good News, and I can still see the Swimming element, you know, the Swimming aesthetic in that song, but it is definitely a bit different. I think I don't know, because Swimming was also very mellow, very laid back, kind of jazzy, you know, smooth. It was kind of singing, but also rapping for sure. But Good News, I want to say it was more focused on rapping. I want to say, not more so of a jazzy type, groovy feel, you know. So I'm very excited. I'm very excited to see what Mac has to offer. I heard that John Bryan produced this, or at least had played a very huge part in this project, which was mind-blowing for me because he's the composer of Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, which is one of my favorite movies ever, and probably has my favorite soundtrack of all time. The score on that movie is insane, and it just the score touches my heart. So I know with that, with Mac Miller's lyrics combined, and plus the fact that he's passed away, I'm 100% certain that this is gonna be tugging away at my heartstrings throughout the entire video. But also very, very happy, very ecstatic. Although I may not be jumping around and everything, I am very, very ecstatic to be hearing new Mac Miller. And it seems that it's being done in a way that is that preserves Mac Miller's legacy. You know, it's not just a money grab from his family or his estate. It looks like they really took their time with it, allowed the people that he was working with to sort of finish what they were doing. And I mean, Good News sounded very complete. So without further ado, let's get into Mac Miller's Circles. First song, Circles. Already very beautiful. The melody, the guitar, the subtle drums.
This is what it looked like. I'd stand up right at the start of the line, drawing circles.
I just start right back at the line, drawing circles. His voice is kind of raspy, sort of mumbly, almost reminiscent of like Future. Like he's slurring. And he did talk about, you take your wine, I'll take my whiskey. So maybe that's supposed to represent, you know, maybe him, substance abuse. But it feels very intimate. He's giving advice to others. A very heartfelt intro. I really like that. Very mellow, very nothing crazy at all. Next song is called Complicated.
It's cloudy, but I like that bad. No wheel, but still ain't on my way.
Oh, behind the wheel, but still not on my way.
I'll just get through the day.
Oh my God, what?
But I'm way too young to be getting old.
I'm way too young to be getting old.
Look, but I can't see, baby.
I was sort of hoping that this would be a more positive album, as it should be the counterpart of Swimming, but a lot of serious lyrics, a lot of serious lines so far. And I really like the production. I don't know, I don't know exactly what it is, those synths. Kind of seems like maybe 70s inspired, maybe 80s, probably 80s inspired. But I like it. It's sort of electronic, maybe techno.
First, can I please get through a day without any complications?
Or before I even think about the future, can I get on with my day? In this, it seems like Mac is seems frustrated. Seems like he's not going anywhere. Frustrated where he is in life. And how things can be so complicated. But it's interesting because the production doesn't really emphasize that. The production seems more lighthearted, more fun. But the lyrics are pretty sad. They're very sad. And that's a very catchy hook too. Great song. Next song is Blue World. And I wonder if there were any collaborations, any features on this album. I didn't see any when I glanced through it, but I'm sure there were a lot of producers that definitely helped with this project. But I wonder if we're gonna hear any verses, guest verses. Now that I think about it, I don't think Swimming had any. What? Again, sort of electronic influence. There are so many lines in Mac's songs where he feels like he's God. It's kind of, I've been noticing that. I like the politic and not kissing no babies line. Does he say I let it go but never go in? Interesting. This one has more of a positive feel though to it. Definitely more of like a dance track, which I really like. Like it's not specifically about positive things, but it seems to be about being positive and optimistic. And next song is Good News, which I did hear already, and tough song. Just the subtlety of it. It sounds like so.
No, they don't like you when I'm down. When I'm flying, no, it make them so uncomfortable, so different. What's the difference?
I don't know how you can listen to the song and like enjoy it. Like it hurts almost to listen to it. Yeah, beautiful track. Beautiful song. Yeah. Alright, next song we have I Can Sing.
In a way, assist. Well, I need somebody to save me before I drive myself crazy.
Man.
And
this one is more atmospheric, airy, like cloudy. What? Very psychedelic, for sure. Very psychedelic. It kind of induces this euphoric feeling, and like I said, atmospheric, a lot of air, kind of light, but not very subtle. Just very light production. This is beautiful. I didn't know if I was feeling it in the beginning, but yeah, no, this is beautiful. That is gorgeous. I need to know who produced this. Yeah, this is a great track. Like, it sounds heavenly. It sounds heavenly, like good, but also literally heaven-like, you know, just otherworldly. It's very well done. All right, next song is Everybody.
Everybody's gotta live, and everybody's gonna die.
Bro, I swear.
Everybody just wanna have a good time.
A lot of his lyrics are so relevant, like in a scary way. Bro, it is so hard to enjoy this.
Sometimes it don't get so good.
Like, it makes me sad, it makes me mad. Like, it's a very eerie feeling. But it's beautiful music.
I just can't get in. Everybody's gonna try to have a good.
I want to say it sounds like he was taking influence from Elton John. It definitely sounds like it. Or, I mean, I don't listen to that much Elton John, but from what I've heard, it sounds like he was inspired by him. A lot of the sounds, specifically in this song, and like his the melody, like his vocal melody and everything. It's crazy. Like, I couldn't even put this in hip hop. It seems like Mac was definitely trying really hard to progress himself, like progresses his art, his music, his genre into something more than hip hop. I mean, obviously the influence is still there with the lyrics and some of the like semi-rapping, but you can definitely tell he was trying to, you know, branch out more. Next song is Woods. Yeah, sounds 80s inspired. Just that drum track.
Yeah. Things like this ain't built to last. I might just fade like those before me. You know the stories.
Oh my God, this is good.
And you need to let me know when you get enough.
This is crazy. Just sonically, this is wild. Like, I don't think I've heard anything like it. Like, I kind of hear the influences, but I feel like he's grabbing from so much. And honestly, really amazed. And it makes me want to go back. Or maybe I probably should have listened to Swimming before this, but it is making me go back to Swimming because, I mean, I feel like the song, like sonically, it's definitely very much the same, but I don't know what it is about this project, but I feel like it's coming off so much better for me in my taste. But yeah, I'm gonna have to go back to swimming. Next song is Hand Me Downs. And most of these songs are like 4-minute plus songs. And I don't think Mac was known for that. I think it was more like 3 minute. I mean, he didn't necessarily make short songs, but they're usually around 3, maybe 2.5. Who is that? Yeah, I don't know who that is, and it's not listed on here. I can't even say that the voice sounds familiar.
And half the time the wheels is in the back of my mind. Just keep on turning till the tires flat and burn until the fire crack. I do not like
great imagery.
See my little far-fetched.
So turn these jeans into hand-me-downs. Trying to kind of correlate that to this theme or figure out what it's supposed to mean. Not too sure what the significance is of that. Maybe he wants to pass off what he has right now to maybe his fans, his family, friends. Yeah, I guess just the gift of sharing, essentially. It's crazy how complete these songs sound. I honestly have to say, this is probably my first posthumous album I've heard before, and it sounds very complete. Next song is That's On Me. Oh, the guitars in this are beautiful. Oh, this is so sad. Like, you can't take it as some, taking responsibility, but there's almost like a part of me that thinks like this is just him, like being depressed, almost like just wallowing in self-pity or even self-hate. I don't know where I've been lately, but I've been alright. Wow. It sounds so good. This almost has like a folk element to it. With the guitars, like alternative folk, maybe indie folk, and then sort of pop-ish elements, pop, R&B for sure. It's groovy, it's soft, melodic, beautiful. It really is. It's beautiful. Next song is Hands.
My car, this ain't a taxi. They love to see me lonely, hate to see me happy. Call me what you want, she call me daddy. Now concentrate. No reason to be that upset. I'm busy tripping about some shit that still ain't even happened yet. I keep it honest, and if I'm not making sense.
Oh my goodness.
With a lot of regrets. You throw me off my high horse, I probably fall to my death. Bad behavior. It's obvious you're not on your best.
He's so self-reflective. Self-aware. Interesting production for sure. The instrumental is kind of weird with that kind of vocal sample or whatever that was. But I think this is probably the most that he's rapped, like really rapped so far in this album. I like that for sure. And also it's just his perspective on things, the way he really shows how self-aware he is and knows that he has issues that he needs to work through. It's crazy. Next song is Surf.
Where are you going? When I come to, he's in your toes. I dream of this moment.
production so far, amazing. Just waiting for the drums to kick in.
I know we try, and the days they go by, until we get home. The flowers, let's grow.
Water in the flowers, let's grow.
Water in the flowers, let's grow.
I don't think I've ever heard his voice get that high. It's like electric piano or electric guitar. Either way, sounds great. Ah, this is beautiful. I feel like this is pushing boundaries. I want to say, just the artistic development of Mac Miller. That in itself, mind blowing. Regardless if you don't like the new music he's making or that he made. I mean, you can't deny the fact that is incredible. So many artists are always stuck in that one spot that they're known for, but Mac, man, you have fans of his from his frat boy days, when he was a backpack rapper, then went into the underground experimental rap. Bro, so many sides to this man. It's crazy. Another great track. Next song and last song is Once a Day.
Once a day I try, but baby, I get high. Don't ask me what I think.
Beautiful.
It never really matters. Nobody ever can see you running low on regret. No,
it's like he's giving advice to others, but at the same time, he's talking to himself.
But everybody keep rushing.
That's how they ended it. That was pretty abrupt compared to the other songs. What? But that concludes Mac Miller's album Circles. Is it Circles? Yes, Circles. And first thoughts and conclusions is that Mac Miller's team did a fantastic job in preserving his legacy and making sure that they were releasing music of his that was up to the quality that he was releasing before. And honestly, I think they went above and beyond that. I don't know how far he got into it, how much he was able to work on it before he passed, but just sonically, amazing. I feel like, man, there were so many genres that this album was pulling from that I wouldn't be surprised if there were just tons of people coming in that were like giving their all to make sure that Mac Miller's vision was being fulfilled to the fullest. But yeah, I can definitely see this being the companion to Swimming. I wouldn't say exactly like a counterpart, but definitely like almost like a maybe sequel, maybe hand-to-hand album, because yeah, the aesthetic was about the same. I have to go back to Swimming. I haven't listened to that album in full for quite a while, but I'll have to go to that one. But it definitely had the same aesthetic, but I don't know. I want to say this one was more subtle. It was a bit more softer. It wasn't as groovy, jazz influence. This one seemed to have taken a lot of influences from maybe 80s. I wouldn't say 70s, but 80s music, 80s like pop, There were a lot of synths in there. Even like some of the drum patterns were very reminiscent of 80s pop, 80 maybe radio hits. I want to say I heard influences from Elton John as well. And then there was a song that had seemed to have taken influence from folk, like indie folk. Just a lot of things, but it all came together to form a pretty cohesive project that, yeah, I think if Mac were still alive and he dropped this, I would definitely see that. I would definitely see Mac dropping this as his own without his estate being involved whatsoever. But just content wise, man, still, I remember going back to swimming after he passed as well, and just seeing so many things that he almost seemed to prophesy, or things that he was saying that I didn't take to heart before I listened to it, but after his passing, like a line just struck out, like stared at me in the face. Like, well, it was obvious to see what he was going through at that time. So I was hoping that this album would be more optimistic, you know, as he said that it would be, you know, the counterpart to swimming. But honestly, it's just as self-reflective, as honest about, you know, the demons that he was struggling with, wrestling with, and it hits so much harder knowing what the outcome was. But yeah, so like while I was listening, it was hard for me. I definitely did enjoy the album, but it was hard for me to even admit that, just because, yeah, I mean, just because you know where he is now, or where he was at that time. So very, very weird feeling. I've never really experienced this. I've never had one of my favorite artists that I looked up to and that I listened to pretty regularly pass away, and then have them drop another album. So it's a first for me. Definitely a lot of emotions to process. I hope to be continuing to go back to this album, but man, it seems like I would literally have to prepare myself for every single time I choose to listen to this. I could never just have this put this in my playlist and have it on shuffle. I don't think I could do that. But all in all, I enjoyed this project. I enjoyed the lyricism, I enjoyed the aesthetic, the theme, the instrumentals, production. I will have to go through and check who or what contributed to what songs, what part of the album. And hopefully maybe we'll be getting some more background onto the making of this album. But it has been your boy Chimezie. Thank you for watching. I will be leaving my written review down in the description below, so feel free to check that out as well. But yeah, let me know what you thought, what you think, or let me know if any artists that you would like me to review. Please check out this album. Long live Mac Miller.